We say welcome home to Charlie Parks and the University of Saskatchewan Huskies. Regina native, what's it like being back at Mosaic Stadium?
It's electric. You know, I played a couple of high school championships here, played a lot of high school games here, a lot of minor games here. It's really nice to be back.
So knowing the Vanier Cup was going to be in your hometown all year long, was obviously that a big motivator for you to get back here?
So it's not really something that I've focused on. You know, it's just, we don't really care where the Vanier Cup's going to be. We just care that we're playing in it. And that's always been the focus, you know, like it's just, the location is just a bonus. You know, it's nice that it's here. It's nice that I get to play in front of the home crowd. But, you know, we want to be in this game regardless of where it is. It's secondary.
You're in your fourth year of eligibility right now with the Saskatchewan Huskies. I know you've been nicked up in the past. You've had to battle through some adversity. What did you learn about your body and maybe what yourself when you had to battle back from those injuries to get into a lineup?
Just not try to be too tough sometimes. You know, like I hurt my back pretty bad 2 years ago in my second year, and then, you know, kept playing and thought through the whole summer, like, hey, I'm going to be able to play until, you know, it just gets to a point where it's like, well, you know, I can play, but it's not my best. And so I decided to get surgery right before the season last year, missed most of it, but battled back. And, you know, I've just discovered that it's a lot more resilient. It's a lot more resilient than you think, but you also got to listen to it and make sure it's in the best condition possible.
When you talk to athletes sometimes, they talk about the road to recovery being as tough mentally as it is physically. Is that true?
Oh, definitely. I'd almost say that the mental side of it is even harder, and that's something that I've really started focusing on now, that I didn't focus on earlier in my playing career. And it's like now, it's like one of my biggest advantages, I'd think, is my mental game and how dialed in it is. Like, I got some books, and we've got a great mental performance coach in Brian Flett, and he's helped me a ton on kind of, you know, that, like, being mentally dialed in so that you can get better from nicks and bruises, as well as just focusing on playing and being your best in the moment.
You've had a lot of best moments this season with the Saskatchewan Huskies, put together a solid season. Tell me about how you felt within the Cody Halseth defense that is new, old to the program?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, we've moved from the 3-down with kind of like the flex linebacker that I played a little bit to like a real 4-down, 4 D lineman on the field. And I mean, as a D lineman, I'm never gonna complain about having more of my boys out there with me. And you know, the two guys behind us is Seth and Goldie. Like, it's been electric. Like, I love it, and yeah, I wouldn't trade for anything.
Charlie Parks is joining us, and we were having the opportunity in Ryderville last week to watch the Saskatchewan Huskies play in the Mitchell Bowl against Queens. One of the things that was mentioned right off the hop watching the game, oh boy, is that Huskies defense physical. I can see you smiling already. That must be a calling card.
Yeah, that was right at the start of our fall camp. We met as a defense upstairs at our clubhouse, and we were just kind of like, what do we want to be our things? What do we want to be known for? And we wanted to be known for being physical, being violent, and having fun. Was our top 3, and those top 3 have been put on the whiteboard at the start of every week. And, you know, for people to be noticing that's our thing is exactly what we want. We want to be known as the most physical unit, the most violent unit that looks like they're just having fun all the time.
That's not easy, though, is it?
Definitely not easy. Definitely not easy. We got plenty of battle scars from doing it, and but I mean, it gets easier as you put it on tape. In a way, it's as you feel like people know you as the most physical unit. It gets easier to be that most physical unit because that's just who you are. There's no other road to take.
You mentioned tape, Charlie Parks. So let's talk about tape and what you've had to do the last 2 weeks in preparing for an opponent you physically haven't seen and have to rely and trust in what your coaches and you see with your eyeballs on tape from Queens and now Montreal. How difficult is that?
It's something for sure. I mean, we were honestly lucky enough to have it kind of in like a light fashion with the University of Alberta in the first week because they were full new coaching staff, bunch of new personnel. We had no tape from their preseason game, so we were flying pretty blind into that one as well. So it was nice to kind of have that precursor, but luckily for like last week with the OUA, like the OUA ball is very, very different than Can West ball. So you're looking at it and it's difficult to see yourself doing what you're going to do against those offenses. But we're lucky enough with an RSEQ opponent that the RSEQ is it's super similar to the Canada West. The way that their defenses play, they play physical, they play tough, they play downhill on things. So it's easier to see yourself in that spot watching RSEQ film than it is watching OUA film. So I think we're definitely dialed in, pretty well prepared.
This sounds like a carbon copy conversation to one that I had almost a week ago to the day with former Saskatchewan Husky Nick Weeb, now with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. We talked about the opportunity to play in a championship game and making sure that you don't make it bigger than it is. Has that conversation been had with the University of Saskatchewan Huskies?
Almost yes and no. That's a conversation that we have at the start of the year, and it's with this team. It's nice because everybody buys into it, so you can trust that everybody else is feeling the same thing. It kind of goes without saying that don't make the game bigger than it is. Like we're not here because of lucky bounces. We're not here because somebody else crapped the bed when they were playing us. We're here because we earned it, and we're here because we deserve it. And so just knowing that and believing in that, knowing everybody else believes in that, just helps you keep it a game. It's just a game that we're playing.
There have been eyes on you this season from Canadian Football League teams, whether you are aware of that or not. I guess I should ask, are you aware of that, and does that add any pressure to you this year?
I assumed that there were, but it doesn't add any pressure. At the end of the day, they're going to want me for me, and that's what I'm going to put on tape. There's no kind of other version of Charlie Parks that's going to come out in front of the scouts that you're not just going to see play in, play out. That's I'm the guy. I'm me. I'm going to be me.
Okay, before you go then, what's it going to take for you to be you and the rest of your team to come away with that Vanier Cup victory?
Like I said, it's just it's the same three goals that we put on the board at the start of the year. We got to be physical, we got to be violent, we got to have fun, because you don't win games when you're down on each other. You don't win games when you're getting angry. You don't win games when you're getting smacked around. So we got to go out there. We have to be what we've been all year. We have to be the most physical team on the field, and we have to have the most fun on the field.
Charlie Parks, appreciate your time. Go get them.
Thank you.